Hey everybody, Monaco here, 8th homework lecture on periodic table. We're going to hit up nuclear shielding and begin explaining trends and data on the periodic table using nuclear shielding as our explanation. So nuclear shielding is really about the push-pull between electrons in the nucleus, and it leads to patterns in behavior of the elements, okay, like ionization energy, atomic radius, electronegativity. So we're going to see what those trends are in homework number 9, and we're going to understand the nuclear shielding effect in homework 8. So this is only one page, page 23 in our packet, on nuclear shielding and the periodic trends. So nuclear shielding and effective nuclear charge, so in parentheses, Z effective. So effective nuclear charge is how strong the nucleus is pulling on, well, the electrons, okay? So as you go across a period on the periodic table, so as you go from left to right, nuclear shielding decreases. Why? Well, it's because nuclear charge in the nucleus over here is increasing. So each step you take on the period, remember, we're going adding one, we're adding one, adding one, adding one, adding one, adding one more proton to the nucleus. So the nucleus is getting more and more positively charged as you go from left to right. And the number of energy levels is actually staying the same. So that positively charged nucleus, as you add more protons to it, is going to pull on the outer electrons, pull them even closer. Because yes, you are adding electrons as you add more protons, but they're all going into the same energy level. They're all the same distance from the nucleus. So the nucleus being stronger pulls on those outer electrons more, and it sucks all the electrons in, even the kernel ones, in closer to the nucleus. So if we go down a family or a group, we are going to be, yes, adding more protons, but we're also adding more shells of electrons. So this is as we go down a group, we're adding shells. One more shell, okay? So the electron shells, there's more and more and more. You're adding layers to the onion. So shielding decreases. While the protons might be increasing, you're also adding more and more and more shells of electrons. So this proton is feeling the electrons out here less and less and less. The further they are away, the less the positive and the negative charge can interact. So we call that positive, negative, push, pull, attraction, repulsion shielding. And the electrons in the middle are the ones that cause the shielding. So the kernel electrons cause the shielding. And so as you add more shells of electrons, you're adding more kernel electrons as well. So the protons in the nucleus cannot feel the outer shell, the valence shell, quite as well. So it's held quite loosely. Okay? So although the nuclear charge does increase, the number of energy levels also increases. The Google Classroom assignment is going to be related to electron shielding, proton, neutrons, electrons, that stuff. We're going to have an online homework assignment. And there really isn't any practice on that because we're going to start to use nuclear shielding and trends in our 9th lecture and final lecture of the unit to explain what's happening in the data along the periodic table. So thanks for watching. Last homework coming right up.